All right, good morning, everybody. Well, we got past the Hurricane Ivan, or Ian, Hurricane Ian, my bad. Look at there. Look at all that water beside my house. Now look at this. Y'all remember what my house looked like and where the water level was. Look at that. Holy moly. Look at this, y'all. This water is only about, I would say, 5 to 6 inches from the top of the seawall. So there's a lot of stuff tore up. There's trees, limbs and stuff. My neighbors is kind of shredded up. My boat made it, y'all. I tied it off real good in 2 different spots in the back. Got it tied off in the front, 2 spots in the front of it. But look at this. If you look, there's a grass line right here. That used to be where the grass was. We probably got 15 or 16 inches of rain. And we made it. Now up there where my boat is, back here where that post is, that was dry land. That was dry land right there. You could actually walk right there without hitting the water. So that's how much water we got all the way up to there. Look at that. But we're just happy to be alive. Nobody got hurt, you know, stuff like that. I'll show you around the. We don't see very much shingles or nothing like that ripped up. You know, I don't see no shingles messed up or nothing. We didn't get no leaks in the house from the roof or nothing. But our garage door, the seals at the bottom, they were letting in a little bit of water, and the air vent for the dryer was leaking through a little bit on our floor. We had to put stuff down to soak up the water, but other than that, we did pretty good. But the rain and the wind was unbelievable here. My neighbor's house, he said they didn't get a lot of damage over there. He said they got some shingles ripped off and a soffit that's messed up, and there's a tree limb right there at his house. You can see it. See that tree limb right there? See that? But that wind was cooking through here. It was coming through here so fast, man. Hey, it sounded like a dang freight train coming through here. But look at the water. I mean, look at this. See that golden bamboo tree right there? That used to be dry land. To about right here, about right there was dry land. We actually used to mow that. Look at the fence right there. That was all dry land right here. All this was dry land. My boat trailer, let me walk over here, I'll show y'all. Look at that. I got water from the lake all the way up past my back tire on my truck. So all that's lake water. That ain't rainwater, that's lake water. Or, you know, from the rain, but that lake come up so much. I mean, look how far it come up. I mean, it could have flooded our house a little bit more. We'd have been flooded on the bottom level of the house. You know, but look at that. We haven't got out around the neighborhood. I was telling my buddy, because he came over last night because he lived in a camper. I told him to come on over. I told him I'll probably take the four-wheeler out and ride in the neighborhood and see how everybody fared and see if anybody needs any help doing anything. That's what we do out here, you know. If anybody has a limb or something they need done, we got chainsaws and stuff. We can take care of it, you know. That water is up high, man. Real high. I mean, and the bad thing about this lake, there is no runoff. There is no river that comes from it where it can drain out. Pretty much, it's going to be over time that the sun's going to have to just evaporate the water, and the level's going to have to just go down itself. There's no kind of runoff for the lake. We don't have channel or a river or creek or anything that the water can leave out of here off this lake. It's pretty much like a swimming pool. You fill it up and it's just stays that way. The only issue we have at our house, y'all, is our septic tank. From all the rain, we can't flush toilets, we can't run the sinks or nothing, because we got so much rain that it overwhelmed the drain field in the septic tank. So last night we had to plug up a vent that was in the bathroom in my mom's part of her bedroom, or her bathroom's in there, and there was a vent that goes down on the floor. That way, you know, if water gets in there, it goes down the drain on the floor. It's the lowest drain, so last night it was backing up, so we had to constantly vacuum it, and it kind of soaked her floor a little bit. It didn't really mess nothing, no furniture or nothing up, but it gave us a big problem last night. We took a pool noodle and shoved it in the hole, and it slowed it down and it stopped it. But man, right there's our septic tank on the left side of my building over here. There's a septic tank and a drain fill out that way, and it's so much rain that it just overwhelmed it. Probably my other neighbors that's down here is probably going to have the same problem we did. So pretty much we need to go number one or number two. We only got a couple options. I told him, I said, if I gotta go boo-boo, I'm going to the, I'm hitting this lake, y'all. If I gotta go boo-boo, I just have to go down here, get in the water and do my thing or something, because there really ain't nowhere to, you know, I don't have a lot of, you know, a lot of land to, you know, I don't have a porta john. This is when you wish you had a porta john, outside porta john or something, you know. But we don't have that, so we have to figure it out. I do got some buckets. We can make some homemade poopers, and I got some garbage bags and Walmart bags. So we gotta do what we gotta do. When it comes to peeing, we're all right. Pooping's the other story. You know what I mean? But that's all my property up here, you know. But we got a lot of rain. I mean, look at that over there. Look at the trees. And we hadn't even went out yet. We haven't went out and looked and seen the damage to this neighborhood, which we got hit hard, y'all. The eye pretty much come through here. Pretty much come through Frostproof and Sebring, and it's just unbelievable the strength of the wind and the rain. I was more worried about the rain than I was the wind. You know, the rain, I knew we was on a lake, and this is kind of a low area, and knew that our seawall was close. I mean, look at this. Look how close that is, y'all. Look at how close that water is to the top of that seawall. And if it gets over the wall, look how close the house is right here. But look at all that water that's right there where that back steps are to the house. Well, that's from just rainwater. That ain't lake water. That's just from rain. I probably need to invest in me some kind of a sump pump or a bilge pump or something like that, a portable one that I can drop in the water and pump this water off. But hell, where am I going to pump it off to? Unless I pump it up the hill up there. I can't pump it to the lake, because look, the lake's pretty much full. I mean, it's almost, I'd say it's touching. I'd say a little bit of that water came over here, you know. I remember, y'all remember the videos I've made out here and showed you my yard and stuff. I mean, just look at the rain. And I feel, you know what happened to us, I feel lucky. There's a lot of people that's lost whole houses, and over in Fort Myers, the people, but today, just say some prayers for the people of Fort Myers and the people that's got affected with this hurricane. There's people that's lost everything. I mean, it's just devastation. Sanibel Island is devastated. Fort Myers is devastated. You know, this hurricane went through a lot of areas. We haven't seen all the areas yet, like Arcadia. The eye went through Arcadia. So, just say some prayers for some people, you know, and man, I feel lucky, you know, I really do. Even though we had problems last night, my yard looks like hell made over, and the lake's super high. I feel lucky nobody got hurt, and we still actually have a roof to be under, you know. I feel thankful for that. I feel like God was watching over us, and you know, that means the most. But man, I tell you what, boy, did we get some rain and some wind. Last night I couldn't videotape it. But there was most of our wind that we got, y'all. Okay, you see where my shed's at, right? Most of the wind we got was coming straight through here. I mean, straight down the house and straight down that other side between his house and our house. Coming straight through here going that way and going south or southeast. That's where most of the wind was headed. And I mean, buddy, it was cooking. You couldn't walk around the corner of the house, I can tell you that. There was a couple times I had to take a pee out in the yard last night, and I could only get about the corner of that house right there because it was so bad. The wind was so bad. I was hoping, I was like, well, if one of them ropes on that boat right there breaks, or I need to go out there and do something in the water to tie it up and get it secure again, I was like, it's going to be hell because that wind was whipping, you know. But I don't see no more rain or nothing like that. I feel little tiny drops of rain, but hopefully the rain's done with. And I probably think, you know, maybe we'll get a little bit more showers, but tell you what, something else, y'all. But if we see anything, go around the neighborhood, we see any stuff that's going on, we'll let everybody know or make a little video or show people. But there's a lot of stuff that's messed up here in Florida, y'all. Where this hurricane was huge. It's one of the biggest ones we've ever had. The category 4. You know, it was right at the edge of being a 5. 155 mile an hour winds, moving 10 miles an hour. When it got to Arcadia, it was moving in this way. It was moving like 8 miles an hour. It was so slow. You know, if it had been just a quick one, it tore up stuff, but it would have got the heck out of here faster. But, you know, we're lucky. We're really lucky for only doing what it did. You know, Mom's flower. Look at the flowers. I mean, that's full of water, you know. Yeah, so we got a lake on top of a lake, you know what I mean? We got even my fire pit's got water. I mean, look at that water right there, you know. But there's definitely some stuff, y'all. And we haven't went out in town yet, but we do that, we'll probably see a lot more, way worse people got messed up. All right, y'all, I love y'all. Say some prayers for people in Florida that's got affected by this hurricane. And keep us in your prayers and thoughts. All right, y'all, we'll talk at you later. Bye-bye.